We thank the ladies of Los Alamos, the cheerleaders, getting us started to week 12, a playoff edition of the Rundown. After so many weeks of competition, Bethany, this is when the heat really gets turned up. We thank you for joining us. I'm Ron Burke.
And I'm Bethany Miller. The best teams in the state survived and advanced, beginning their journey tonight in hopes of winning the Blue Trophy in just 3 short weeks.
Now, many teams kicked off the postseason tonight. Some others will have to wait just a bit longer. They'll kick off tomorrow afternoon. We'll show you the highlights of some of the biggest games and take a look at the postseason brackets for each class.
But let's get to the action, Ron. Starting first with the big dogs in Class 6A. All 4 games battling it out tonight on the gridiron. We begin first out of Rio Rancho High School. The Mustangs entering this matchup as the 12 seed, while the Rams look to defend their home field ranked 5th. Takes just a little bit to get the juices flowing, but Mustangs finally heating up late in the first quarter. Elijah Brody on the quarterback keep dodges 2 tackles before he's in the living room. You're welcome. That's a first down. Then just a few plays later, it's Brody again calling his own number. He takes it in from 3 yards out to get West Mesa on the board 7-0. The Rams, they're going to regroup on the sideline. They're going to start to put the pieces together. Quarterback J.J. Ariano, he's going to take this ball back to pass on the slant, finds Anthony Rainier, and that is a first down before he's pushed out of bounds. Next play, Ariano drops back again. This time he's going to hit the air and find none other than Rainier on the other end. Nice catch. Rams touchdown. Rio Rancho evens the game at 7, just 35 seconds into the second quarter. These offenses trading off touchdowns all first half. West Mesa on the one. Is it the tush push? No, but I really wanted to say it. Marcus Sharp finds pay dirt from the backfield. Mustangs are back on top 14-7, but like I said, this game was a duel. Ariano showing off his arm. Look at this pass to Jace Pitt. The junior catches it, running into the end zone for the Rams touchdown. Another tie game of 14. Rams will pull away by a touchdown at half, and they're going to pull away in the second half too. Rio Rancho advances with a 35-21 win over West Mesa.
Nice game full of offense there. Let's go to Community Stadium. Farmington making its 5th trek to Albuquerque this season, taking on Volcano Vista. Now, no scoring yet in the second quarter, but then Farmington with the ball followed this fade pass from Trell Grego to Jace Vigil, who snatches it from right in front of the cornerback. Scorpions strike first, going up 6-0. Farmington then with the ball again, looking to deal again. Grego, quick pass to Michael Beck. He'll split 2 defenders and win the race to the end zone for a 12-0 Farmington lead as they have a nice little offensive rhythm going. Just before the half, it's Farmington pouring it on. Grego reads the blitz and just nicely throws right down the middle.
Whoa.
Nice strike to Beck, catch and run. 18-0 at the half. But the Hawks, they're not going to go away just like that. They come out strong to start the second half. Elijah Gonzalez with the touchdown run. They get the 2-point conversion to make it 18-8. The Hawks would close to within 3 points, but a Farmington touchdown with just under 2 minutes seals the deal, and the Scorpions win it 31-21.
You gotta love these playoff games, Ron. Well, to Field of Dreams we go. Los Salinas getting the 10th seed after being upset by Clovis last week. Las Cruces ranked 7th coming into the matchup. Bulldogs on the board first thanks to Gunnar Guardiola's pass to Francisco Winikoff. Look at that, just inside the pylon. Touchdown, Las Cruces. And just a little later, Kelly Stevens would hand it off to Daniel Amaro, who runs it right up the gut. That's another Dogs touchdown in Las Cruces. Well, they win big at home, taking down the Tigers 42-6. Well, we mentioned that upset by the Wildcats last week to make it into the playoffs. Clovis, though, unable to make it 2 in a row. Hobbs dominant against the Wildcats tonight, 50-13.
So let's take a look at the 6A bracket. The Cleveland Storm earning the top overall seed. They're on a bye this week. Centennial, La Cueva, and Sandia round out the top 4 seeds. In the top half of the bracket, the Storm will face the 8-seed Hobbs in the quarterfinals, while Sandia will have a tough matchup on their hands facing the 5-seed Rio Rancho. That game will be at Milne. In the bottom half, 2 solid games on the horizon. Farmington will make its 6th trip to Albuquerque next Friday night to face La Cueva. The 2 teams played last week with the Scorpions losing 63-28, so really lopsided there. And lucky for the Bulldogs, they get to play at home next week, facing the 2-seed Centennial at the Field of Dreams. The 2 teams played one another last week with Centennial winning 30-23.
Ron, what's interesting there, I believe Cleveland is going to have to hit the road to go to Hobbs, the 1 seed. Well, let's go to Class 5A now. Our crew in Los Alamos tonight is the Hilltoppers and Hornets. They did battle. Highland would get the ball first, but Los Alamos stopping the Hornets on 4th and 2. They keep the ball. Hilltoppers defense showing up early on this one. Turnover on down, so quarterback Kyle Evanhughes hands off the ball to Nico Garcia, who runs it. Some power.
Rumbling in there.
Toppers get close. Well, Garcia in this very possession doing just that, converting for a nice run to give Los Alamos the first punch. That touchdown comes in the first quarter. So now to Highland. Quarterback Axel Morales throwing on the run to get the Hornets inside their own 50. Highland playing from the 45 here, so Hornets look to throw again. Morales, another on the run. He's going to find sophomore Jose Tapia jumping for the reception. What a catch and run. Touchdown. Nice play. But Los Alamos pulls away big in this one. The final 55-13 over Highland.
All right, hit the road again this time. Let's go to Anthony. A tough matchup between the 8 and 9 seeds, Mayfield and Gaston. Defensive battle here. Mayfield quarterback Luke Lennon sacked by the Panthers' Alex Lopez, so defense rearing its head there. And how about another? Why not? Trojans with nowhere to go. Lennon calls his own number, but it's Lopez combining with Chavez for the big stop. They're getting it done defensively. Now Mayfield, though, would finally get on the board thanks to a nice pass by Lennon, withstanding all of that pressure from the defense. But here he hits Brian Coyle in the end zone. Nice touchdown connection, and Mayfield goes on the road and edges out a 1-point win against the Panthers by a final of 13-12. The other 5A game tonight, Deming a big win over Belen. The 5 seed moves on with a 40-3 win over the Eagles.
So the number 1 team ranked in the state, the Roswell Coyotes, secured the top seed in Class 5A in this year's playoff bracket. The reigning state champs Artesia, followed by Piedra Vista and Goddard, round out the top 4 seeds in Class 5A. The Coyotes come off the bye next week. They're going to face 9 seed Mayfield that edged out Gadsden tonight by a point. Goddard will face 5 seed Deming, who took down Belen by 37 points. As for 3 seed Piedra Vista, the Panthers will have to wait for tomorrow's outcome of Valley and Manzano out at Milne Stadium, and the Bulldogs of Artesia will face 7 seed Los Alamos. So let's now go to Class 4A. We're just cruising. The Spartans hosting the Jaguars tonight. Bernalillo just missing out on that top 4 seed in the bye, but look at this view from Sky 7. Ron, a lot of flags flying in this game tonight, but check out a play. That's Uriel Castro pitching it to Mason McChriston, who swings out, gets some nice yardage before he's finally brought down at the 10-yard line. Remember when I said there were a lot of flags?
Right. 2
touchdowns called back due to penalties just on that drive alone. Just on that drive. Spartans would settle for a field goal in the end.
That's kind of stuff that can come back to bite you, did it?
No, Bernalillo runs away with this one against the Jags. The final 53-0.
Flag schmags. A couple of other games in Class 4A. Albuquerque Academy, a big win on the road, taking it out Grants 35-7. And Espanola Valley earns its first playoff win in school history. Congrats to them, beating St. Pius 31-7. Now let's move to the Class 4A playoff bracket. The defending state champs Bloomfield with the number 1 overall seed. Lovington, Silver, and Portales completing the top 4 there. In the top half of the bracket, Albuquerque Academy has a tough road, one ahead. The Chargers will face top seed Bloomfield in the quarters. And we have a rematch in the quarterfinals, Portales and Bernalillo. They'll go head-to-head once again. The Rams shut out the Spartans 2 weeks ago by a 38-0 score. Rounding out the bottom half of the bracket, 3 seed Silver will await their opponent for next when Aztec and Taos square off on Saturday. That's a 1:30 kickoff for those two. And Lovington will take on the 7 seed Espanola Valley. Moving down to Class 3A. We told you our crews are everywhere. Let's go to Socorro. The Warriors hosting Hope Christian. We got the entrances down. Let's see how this baby plays out. Warriors in blue driving. Isaiah Ocampo will keep it. Watch him cut all the way across the field, making players miss. And he finally beats the defense to the front corner of the end zone for the early 7-0 lead.
He's taking the scenic route, Ron.
Yeah, he wants to get around, just see how things look out there. The Huskies looking pretty good to answer with R.J. Montoya with the keeper. He weaves through the defense, hustling for the big gain, and then watch him cover up the ball, protecting it. Smart football there, picking up the first down. Drive continues. Montoya looks for and finds Porter Chastain. He'll rumble down the sideline, but look what happens. He's stripped inside the 10 and can't pull it back in. He can't get it back.
Oh.
And JoJo Barber recovers in the end zone, and Socorro pulls out a close one at home. The final over Hope Christian, 30-27.
Ooh, you hate to see that play at the end there being the catalyst. Well, the other 3A game playing tonight, Dexter, an easy win against Hatch Valley, 38-6. So finally, in the Class 3A playoff bracket, the St. Michael's Horsemen earned the top seed. Robertson, Cobra, and West Las Vegas also earning the bye in the first round in the top 4. So in the top half of the bracket, both St. Mike's and West Las Vegas, they're going to have to wait until tomorrow to learn their opponent. Just one sleep, guys. The Horsemen face the winner of Thoreau and Raton, while the Dons will play the winner of Nimi and Navajo Prep. Then in the bottom half of that bracket, the Cobra Indians will face 6 seed Dexter next week, while Socorro will match up against 2 seed Robertson.